Yeah, JJ, in the walk-off, AD was saying, like, he'll take the road win, but he wasn't thrilled with the second half, especially. He said just has to be sharper. Assume you shared that sentiment. What did you see from kind of the first half to the second half tonight?
Well, I'll say our team in that first half probably played our best half of basketball, and it wasn't mistake-free. I mean, I think you could make a legitimate case. We should have had 83. We had two outlet passes, one that was at Dalton's ankles, another one that went over LeBron's head. That's 4 points. And then, Dalton's charge, there were two guys wide open. We talked about that at halftime. It's like as good as we can play offensively. You watched the Charlotte game the other night. They got down big on the road, and they kept playing, and they turned that into a 138, 133 game. I think in the NBA, when you get a big lead, your focus can wane on the defensive end, and I thought that's what happened tonight. But you also have to give them a lot of credit. They play really hard. They just keep playing, and I think for our team, all of that movement and driving and movement and driving, like it was tough for us to guard the other day with Cleveland, and it was tough for us to guard tonight. We'll certainly try to get better and clean some things up. We also have to start the third quarter better. That was probably the biggest thing. I think, you can try to put your opponent away there in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the third quarter when you have a big lead like that. And we allowed them to have life.
For AD specifically, 38 more points. He's every night. It's been like that. And you talked about this a lot going into the season, but did you anticipate, this level of efficient scoring and the totals being up?
I did.
Yeah,
I did. And it's funny tonight. We ran a few things for him, but it wasn't like we featured him. I think it's a testament to how we envision our offense. The ball is going to find the best players. We can certainly put guys in certain positions within our alignments and within our system to exploit their skills. But, the ball is going to find AD if we play the way we want to play. And then, we always look for opportunities to just feature him with a set call.
Pre-game, we heard a conversation with D'Lo and Max about D'Lo trying to create a backdoor layup for him right away when he first got in the game. Sure enough, that play happened. Max, the guy who's been struggling, gets an easy bucket, ends up having a pretty good night. I'm just curious, what has D'Lo been like behind the scenes? He's not the most vocal leader of all time, but things like that. Have you noticed stuff like that from him as he's tried to find his way in this offense?
I would say he's been one of the more vocal leaders on our team, and that goes back all the way to before training camp on the days that he was in the gym. It's one of the challenges that I gave him the first day he came in the gym, and he was using his voice, and he was energetic, and we talked about it afterwards, and I said that's got to be your standard. That's got to be who you are every day, regardless of if shots are going in or not, or if you get subbed out at the end of a game. And look, he played really well tonight. He's going to have a lot of good games where he plays well. His spirit has not diminished at all with any sort of whatever you want to call it, shooting struggles to start the season. He's been fantastic, and I think for all our guys, it's a great example. I wasn't aware of that, but it's something that we've talked about with a number of our older players. Is like, you gotta be a leader with these young guys and help pick them up, give them some confidence, and it's great to hear D'Lo did that.
The Lakers